Moving on to our next segment, judging by the cover, Junior. I picked Dave. I picked Dave. I picked X-Men United number
I
4 by
picked it.
Kris Anka. Uh, and sure, it's a woman that's nearly naked, but first of all, let me defend myself, you people that are mad. I don't know if anyone's mad. Anka's
I'm
amazing.
I'm furious.
Anka's always good. I actually own a piece of Anka art of all the Spider-Man characters. It's framed right around the corner here. But this is a picture of Emma Frost cover, and I think there's a couple reasons why this is my favorite cover of the week. First of all, the way the clothes kind of glow on her gloves, her neck, it's kind of fascinating. It's almost like it's a photograph that's like overly washed out,
Mm,
adding an interesting white effect. But yet it's still not one of those like blackout, where the color is so dark and it's like cutting into her. There's still some texture to it. I think also what I like about this is, Emma Frost, of course, her sexuality, her breasts being out are a big part of the character and always have been, which of course is for the male gaze. But in this case, Anka has done some really good nuanced work to make her look muscular and not just this feminine object. You can see it in her shoulders, her abs, of course. Like she can fight. She is not just this thing that men should be lusting over, I think. She looks strong. And on top of that, the framing with the hair and then also the boa that's somehow floating behind her. I don't know how she's holding that up, but and then of course there's like little details too, like a buckle and a like a diamond thing on the left, or unless it's another buckle, can't tell. Anyway, and just the juxtaposition of the flesh kind of like folding with this clean cut costume that's so pristine. There's a human underneath that clothing. So there are layers to this that it's not just for a woman with her boobs out. And I'll rest my case. Judge,
all of those are incredibly valid points. I think you said it perfectly. But I
here
also
comes the
think
butt.
it's one of those things of like, I think, and Chris's art is amazing as usual. But I think it's one of those things of like, if you just do smut really well, if you just
Mm,
want to like
yeah.
have a picture of a sexy man or a sexy woman and you just sort of like do it really well, I think that elevates it. It adds something to it
Yeah.
just through the sheer kind of technical skill. Like I think if you can make it look really good and like someone put a lot of thought into it, I think that mitigates, some of maybe the iffy feelings or the icky feelings that people kind
Mm.
of maybe have with, you know, sensationalized pieces like this. I think it's
I mean, there's a bit of a fold where she's bending here in her skin,
yeah, it's
which if this was
it's
actually like a swimsuit model cover, they would have photoshopped that out, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean, yeah. I think all of that says is like you can enjoy this stuff because it's not just a pretty lady. It's it's somebody's kind of like meditation and reflection on why we're interested in the human body.
Sure. It's not wrong to like bodies.
Nope.
Well, if you make them into lampshades, yes.
Yeah, if you want to like turn it into a skin lampshade, maybe.
Always have to take it to the extreme, Dave. My friends sometimes say, "What is your favorite cover of the week?" That's
Speaking of the human body, I
this
picked
is ridiculous.
Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day number 2. You
Phil
know
Jimenez.
you know why Phil Jimenez, great as always. You know why I picked it. It's funny. Like I I'm not gonna say why it's funny,
Yeah.
but I think that kind of maybe goes back to what I was saying about kind of like the technical skill and like I if you're gonna sort of make what is a really obvious joke, I
Yeah, for the
think
listeners, Punisher's holding a very big gun
a
coming out of
very
his
large
crotch,
yes. I think if you're
which
gonna
may
make
actually be a joke on that action figure that was like
yeah,
make the rounds.
I think if you're going to make a joke like this, the fact that Phil's art is so great and that he is designed what I think is a really solid kind of Punisher look, you can get away with making this kind of joke.
Yeah.
And that's why I picked it, because I think, you
I
know,
almost wonder if there's like a commentary here about a man with a big gun and he has a small, whatever.
maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
That could be another layer to it. I think it's just it's okay to laugh at and gawk at these kinds of things
Yeah.
if you're sort of doing it in a way that is maybe a little open-minded, a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, and is always about kind of the quality and the feel of the art, as opposed to just like, isn't the joke kind of fun? Isn't this kind of silly? Like, it has to be sort of more. And I think both of our covers hint at kind of the same stuff.
Sure. Although mine's not really funny per se.
Right, right. But I think it
I,
is like sensationalized in that way of
right, right, right.
getting you to think about the human body and anatomy, and like what's funny and what's not, and why do we laugh at it, and should we, and all these questions.
If this was the human anatomy, man, that's scary.
Well, yeah, he'd be no crime fighting in his future.
No. Well, that's it for that segment. Next up, Dan Waters Pipar on the show talking about Mask #1. It's already out in comic shops. Enjoy.